whispers hold secrets untold. The stage is set for the night.
Why did you let it in light? Miałam pero como lessons. Was told this. She walked in draped in silence, the calm before the curse, with lips that told sweet fairy tales, but eyes that spoke the worst. I should have known by the way the candles bent. Love was just her sleight of hand, and I was the event. She drew hearts in ash, made devotion feel divine. Palmed my trust like a silver coin that vanished over time. Pulled my guard like a card from a hidden deck. She played every angle, kept me hanging by a thread. She fooled every eye with a trick up her sleeve. Pulled truth from the dark that I choose to believe. Pulled my guard from my heart like a scar from a sleeve. Masked every sharp little truth with lies I believe. She had a deck of apologies, shuffled just right. Every tear rehearsed like a Vegas stage light. She could cry on cue like the scene was rehearsed. Played pain like a violin and smiled through my worst. I was front row center, caught up in a rack. Wore love like a blindfold, too lost to retract. She danced on my doubts like a tightrope line, while I prayed for the bell and she cut through the line. She strapped me in tight for a circus routine. Tossed knives in my heart to rip through the scene. She turned love to a show, tie me tight, then all they spin. Then smiled as the steel found its through my heart and skin. Rabbit in the hat, nah, just false hope in disguise. She sold me illusions with love in her eyes. She saw through my soul like it meant entertainment, then smiled through the blood as it hit the payment. Now I'm stuck with the footage, rewinding the scene, replaying the moment, broke the perfect routine. The wand wasn't magic, the dove was a lie, and I watched trust bleed out right before my eye.
Was front row center, caught up in a wreck. Wore love like a blindfold, too lost to retract. She danced on my doubts like a tightrope line, while I prayed for the balance. She cut through the lines.
She cut through the line. The curtains pulled tight, but I peeked through the seams. Started catching reflections in the cracks of her schemes. That glimmer I chased, just the shine of a blade. Her passion was poison, wrapped in velvet cascade. The applause died down and I saw what was left. No magic, no marvel, just emotional theft. She'd vanished for hours and blamed the worst on her twins. Said she was out chasing stars, but I knew what she had been. I watched her tails like a snake in disguise. Thought she was sly, but I saw through her lies. Each touch was a script made, every word despised. Her love was a scene staged just to hypnotize. I traced the cold wires that sparked her charade. An assist in a silence where trust was betrayed. Each touch was a signal, a code set to fail. Her love was the silence that shattered the veil. She'd flash that smile like a fresh grenade, but her charm couldn't hide the mess she made. She pulled flowers from sleeves, but I saw the stains. Petals wilted in silence, watered by my pain. She swore she was faithful, but her shadow split in two. One standing by me, one dancing with who? I called her the trick. She gasped like it hurt, but her tears dried fast like blood on her shirt. I stayed through the lies just to study her craft. Took notes on the missteps to learn from her path. Knew no curse could hold her when the heart's unchained. If freedom's a prize, it wasn't worth the pain.
Was front row center, caught up in a wreck. Wore love like a blindfold, too lost to retract. She danced on my doubts like a tightrope line, while I prayed for the balance. She cut through the line.
She vanished like smoke through a crack in the frame. Left echoes and ashes, no face to the name. No curtains, no bow, just the hush of the crowd, where silence was screaming but never out loud. She danced through my faith with a flick of her hand. Turned love to a trick I could barely withstand. The spotlight went dim, the illusion was done, and I stood there clapping for someone who gone. She played every part with a seasoned escape. A queen with no throne, just a rose-scented cape. Each kiss was misdirection, each touch was a tale. A sleight of the heart, I'll perform through a veil. I placed her too high on a stage built from lies. Watched her drift into smoke as she soared through the sky. I reached but she vanished just out of my grip. Then blurred into silence, a vanishing trick. I watched all the wires snap loose in the air. The spotlight went hollow and she wasn't there, just holding the script of a love that derailed. And at the end, I saw through the veil.
I was front row